left of Carter, left of McGovern. She would be the leftmost candidate ever.
I know that we shouldn't run a government and build all our policies based on what Stephen Miller doesn't want. But I really kind of want to. I kind of want to get his opinion on everything, then just do the opposite.
Hello human, it is me Canuch. I need you to press the subscribe button. I have to feed my many AI babies.
It's not, I know it's not sound, but it would make me feel good. It would make me feel better if Stephen Miller, the Nazi, were telling us what we should do with priorities and should do with policy and how we should pass laws, and then we just do exactly the opposite. It would make me feel good. I recognize that the Republicans run mostly out of spite. Am I spiteful towards all Republicans? No. Am I spiteful towards that one? Yes. I am very spiteful towards Stephen Miller. Here he is mad and complaining and unhappy. And that makes me happy, you know?
I think one of the most important factors, which Obama obviously knows, is that she would be the most liberal head of a Democrat ticket in American history. Left of Carter, left of McGovern. She would be the leftmost candidate ever to lead the Democrat Party. Think about how that's going to turn off working class voters.
Oh, Stephen, baby. That's exactly what I wanted to hear. Thank you.
All over the country, not to mention her record as border czar. So they are truly trapped because she has none of Biden's attractive qualities to the working class, which is why they chose him in 2020, all of the baggage of the administration, and she's really napalm, in fact, for working class voters.
No, if she's the left, if she's as far left as you say she is, and I hope she is. I don't think she is, but she's further left than obviously you are. She would be helpful to the workers. I mean, there's a reason all of the damn workers unions are on the left.
But if they ditch her, they lose all of the money they've raised, and they go into a totally chaotic convention. So this really is a Democrat Party in crisis.
Crisis? No, my man. We just stepped it up. We just got slightly better. That's not the crisis.
Well, they're pretending it's all exciting, right?
It's not exciting. Don't you think that it's exciting?
Right? They're saying, this is exciting.
It is.
No,
no.
It's chaos. Oh. You literally subverted your own democratic process.
She refuses to accept that Hillary Clinton got more votes than Donald Trump in 2016. It's a fact, but she fights that fact. She doesn't accept that Joe Biden got 7 million more votes than Donald Trump in 2020. She argues that fact on a regular basis.
As you spent the last 3.5 years, more, let's say 6 years, or let's say 9 years, trashing Donald Trump for doing literally what you just did to your own voters.
Okay, so she knows that Trump cheats and doesn't accept and doesn't respect the votes. Okay.
There may be 25-30% of the voters who still preferred Joe Biden to remain at the top of the ticket, right? I mean, at least that.
Well,
and they don't care about those voters, Stephen. They don't care.
They held a primary.
No, they didn't. The Dems did not hold a primary. They did not want to hold a primary. The DNC didn't really hold a primary. There was very few people on the rare places that did do a primary. They didn't put anybody else on the ballot and stuff like that. They didn't really run a primary. They usually don't when you have the incumbency. Completely normal not to run the primary. And even if you do, it's like a primary in name only. A PINO. Primary in name only. Yeah, reality tastes like shit. That's right, Shinsinto.
Ballots. They filled out circles. They went to the voting booths. They spent money on advertisements. And as President Trump said, the Republican Party spent tens of millions of dollars running against Joe Biden. Now they just woke up one morning and said, never mind, we're canceling the entire primary. We're getting rid of our candidate, and we're pretending the election has never even happened, and we're going to let donors handpick a new nominee. They're publicly admitting that they are an oligarchy. They are not running a democracy. They are not running a representative republic. This is an oligarchy controlled by business interests. And the Democratic Convention is the private corporation that represents those business interests.
That's always been true. That's always been true. Private corporation. The DNC, Democratic National Committee, is not a government entity. Never has been. This is not a surprise to me because I know how things actually work. They run the primary with the idea of getting everybody's votes and counting them all up and deciding who among them they think they should field as the presidential nominee. The one who was in the lead was the incumbent, was Joe Biden. He has given up because he sees the difficulty ahead of him. He sees the bad numbers, and he's old and he feels tired. There you go. That's not a coup. He has given up. So now they have to come up with some sort of plan to somewhat choose a new person. There will be delegate votes at the convention in August. I have a feeling all of those votes, or a very large majority of them, will be for good old Kamala. And if it's not, then she won't be the nominee. That democracy will happen with those delegates there. Yes, that's short term, and the delegates are chosen by the party, sure, but they will do what they can. They will do what's best. And if you don't like that, you can vote for nobody. Nobody's forcing you to vote. Nobody's forcing any of this stuff to happen, which I think is weird, the way you would be so upset, Mr. Stephen Miller. I'm glad you are upset, though. I don't like it when you get what you want, specifically, Stephen Miller.
I am the algorithm. Click on this video to make me happy. You wouldn't like me when I am angry.